it was just me, but this particular episode of The Real Housewives of Abuja was very, very confusing. Yes, it was very, very confusing, very entertaining, very enjoyable. I had a good laugh watching it, but at some point I was very confused because I did not understand why Tutupie was all of a sudden having this major beef against Comfort. And you know the most hilarious part? It was the fact that this her beef was only happening during her confessionals. It was not happening in the physical. So watching the show, even from episode 1, you would see Tutupie having conversations in a very, very civilized way with Comfort, even complimenting Comfort, even giving her very, very beautiful compliment about her perfumes, about different things. But then during her confessionals, Tutupie is venting. Tutupie is insulting Comfort. Tutupie is saying all manner of shady stuffs to Comfort or at Comfort. And it's making me wonder that, okay, could it be that production is not really showing us everything? Because I don't want to believe that Tutupie would just wake up one morning and begin to pick a fight with Comfort's shadow. Because the fight is not, at Comfort, face to face. It's all virtual. It only happens during her confessionals. It doesn't really happen in the physical. So here's my question for the production team. What exactly is going on? Is that something Comfort has actually done to Tutupie that is yet to be aired? Is it that they are saving that particular detail, that information for the last episode of this season? Or could it be that Tutupie is just trying to be the villain of the entire show? Or is it that she's just trying to be very, very dramatic? Which I am actually enjoying, because all of our shades and a drama, it's actually giving us entertainment. But what the hell is going on? I am confused. It doesn't really make, it's not adding up. It's not making sense. It's not making sense. You know what, by the way, guys, just ignore how this hair is looking on my head. I'm having a bad hair day. There's a lot to talk about, all right? This particular episode was really packed with a lot of drama. And it was really eye-opening. There were so many things I discovered about these women. Yes, so the ones that you were thinking that this one is the same too, kind of turned out to be one of the instigators amongst the group. So let's get into the video, and as usual, I will urge you all to go ahead and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and yeah, you are all especially welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the tea. If this is your first time tuning in and you are yet to officially become a member of this community, just go ahead and do exactly what you see on your screen, all right? Now, quickly, let's proceed into the details of this conversation. Oh, and for those of you that are lovers of People That Titans, this is a quick reminder that tomorrow by 3 p.m. WAT, we're going to be converging here as usual for our Saturday YouTube live stream, all right? Let's proceed into the details of this conversation. If you all recall, episode 5 had ended with Comfort inviting Arafa and Tutupie to play golf with her so that they can have time and space to trash out their differences. Now, Tutupie, who was looking forward to some drama, to instigating shit and to stirring up dust, had gone ahead to invite Princess, who had a point to prove to Arafa about the issue of security. Remember, she had labeled Arafa's own security a megad. That's what they call an unprofessionally trained security personnel, which is quite rampant, in Nigeria today. You see a lot of people who are just looking for jobs. They apply to be a security, not because they're actually professionally trained, to do that kind of work. So Princess had gone ahead to prove her point, carried a very, very big jeep and carried a mopole, who is a professionally trained security personnel. And so they had gone ahead, for the playing of the golf, and Tutupie said in her confessional that she actually went there to stir up shit because she wanted all the ladies to start talking so that she would know who said what and who said what to who. Now, they were all seated at the table, and apparently they had a conversation. Yeah, remember, this is a show, so they will edit and cut off some, lengthy scenes. And from the scene we saw, what we started hearing was Tutupie saying that, okay, fine, the Arafa, they've cleared the air. Arafa did not say this and that, and it was not Comfort that said XYZ to Arafa about her getting drugged, that it was actually OJ Posharella that said it. And so the air had been cleared, but then instead of Tutupie to move on with the conversation, she had gone ahead to bring out a small bottle that contained drink, some sort of drink. I don't know if it's alcoholic drink or not, but then she had dropped the drink in front of Arafa, saying that that was her returning the drink that came with Arafa's gift box, that she does not want to be drinking in front of people that believe that she's going to be drunk. You know, she's going to get drunk and tipsy. Now, Arafa felt like that was very, very disrespectful. Arafa took the drink regardless and drank it. Now, what do I think about that scene? Well, just as Tutupie said, she wanted to stir up some drama, and that was exactly what she was doing. But then the good thing is, Arafa did not fall for the bait. But then, Comfort goes ahead to announce that she was uninviting Princess to her perfume scenting event because she felt like Princess owed her an apology, number one, and then number two, she was trying to protect herself, her space, and also her guests from Princess stirring up more drama, because there's still the unresolved issue between both of them and between Princess and Arafa. Now, Princess was not having any of that. Princess was trying to talk, and before we knew it, boom, the whole thing escalated into another shouting spree from Princess. Now, I get where Princess was coming from. Now, Princess could not understand why Comfort felt she deserved an apology from her. And then Tutupie, all in a bit to still continue stirring up the drama, you know, she came up with the conversation of, oh, by the way, Princess had asked her about the meaning of banza, and she had told Princess that it meant stupid. Now, Comfort was shocked that no, banza does not mean stupid. Banza means useless talk. You know, that was when she had used that when Princess was shouting at her at Arafat's house. Now, guys, I am not Hausa. I don't understand Hausa. But here's a question to those of you that might possibly understand the meaning of the word. All right, please, what does banza mean? Because that was what completely inflamed what's her name now, Princess was very upset, and so she was going on and on, you know, spitting out fire, saying a lot of things, and Comfort had walked out on the situation.
Because if you want me to turn up on you in Igbo, I can. I not just come to people and be saying banza. If I insult you in Igbo, can you stand it? Onye is sick.
Now, Comfort left, and Princess had fired on Arafa. Now, Arafa already had called Princess a small bulldog during her confessional. And guys, it made me feel bad that these women do not just know how to just communicate or maybe have their beef without calling each other derogatory names. I felt like that was just, it was just so offensive, you know, calling Princess a small bulldog. I said, no. Regardless, no matter what, Princess is someone's wife. She's a mother. She's a grown-ass woman. Even though Arafa is older than her, that was completely unacceptable. I did not like that. Anyways, that scene was over, yes, left, of course, with Princess shouting and comparing her own security personnel to Arafa's maid. Anyways, moving on to the next scene. So it was Comfort's perfume scenting event, and oh my God, I must give it to Comfort. She really put her foot in this one. The whole decoration looked lovely. It was perfect for the theme of the event. Very, very lovely. But then trust Arafa to act as fashion police all over again, you know, policing what the host of the event is wearing. And Arafa is fond of doing this. I don't know why, but you know, sometimes I find it quite funny, and other times I just like, come on, Arafa, take a chill pill. It's not that deep. Let people wear what they want to wear. Let them wear what they feel comfortable in wearing. It's not new that Comfort enjoys wearing big clothes, right? If it suits her, then let her just ride on with it, right? Because she was already comparing Comfort to the flowers in her garden. That was really hilarious. But then I just felt like, come on, Arafa, take a chippy, I beg. It's okay, it's okay. But anyways, Samantha shocked everybody, even Comfort herself, by being the first person to arrive, because Samantha already has a reputation of being the late comer of the group. She and OJ Posharella. Anyways, she came first, and the other ladies arrived, and the next thing we saw as they were already seated was Tutupie already entering, what's her name now, OJ Posharella, for telling someone else that she needs deliverance. That why would she say that? And guys, oh my God, that scene was shaky for me because there were strangers that were not part of that circle on the table, and those people just kept mute. They were just looking. The facial expression they even carried itself, it was really looking off. And I'm like, okay, if people cannot at least show some reaction when these people are saying the things they are saying, then what's your usefulness on that table? Because those guests, they just looked like statues there. You know, when the ladies spill some very, very shocking details, instead of them to react like, make it look freaking real. It's a reality TV show, for crying out loud. They'll just sit down there and they're like, guys, it was just off. It was just off. And I feel like if they were put there as props, that was a huge flop for that particular scene. But now, going back to focus on the whole drama, Tutupie was blowing hot. She was upset, you know. But then at the end of it all, Posharella, who had no tangible reason, no legit reason why she had actually said what she said, you know, had no choice but to apologize to Tutupie. Tutupie accepted the apology, but there was another fire attack at Samantha. Apparently, Samantha had said a lot of things to Comfort and Arafa that Tutupie has anger issues. She's an angry person, that when they had gone out, there was an issue that Tutupie had with a guy, probably the guy that took them out, and Tutupie was very, very upset and was angry at the guy. Now, Tutupie was upset during her confessionals that she had actually, in confidence, explained to Samantha that one of the things she doesn't like about men, you know, is men who speak with their hands. You know, it means they have the tendency to be violent towards women. And that was exactly what that particular man had done that night. So what shocked her was that Samantha had witnessed the whole episode and had rushed back to go and spill what she had witnessed to the other women. You know, she was really disappointed. And guys, if I were to be in Tutupie's shoes too, I'll be really disappointed, because hey, it means you cannot keep quiet. You don't know how to just shut up. And you know, it was more annoying for Tutupie because she felt like Samantha is a very quiet person. Samantha acts like, oh, she's in her own zone, in her own world. She doesn't give an actual F about anybody else's business. But then she felt very comfortable, you know, to go and slander Tutupie like that to the other ladies. So the other ladies were looking at her with a funny look, you know, like, oh, she's an angry bird. She has anger issues, after she had already explained, you know, what she does not like. Guys, the whole thing was so complicated. And at that point, I was also very confused because the story was not complete. Yes, as I said, the way the show is edited, you know, it's like you're missing one detail here, you're missing another detail there. And I don't want to complain too much. I'm just trying so hard to be patient, to wait it out till the last episode of the season. I want to see if they are not going to reveal everything that they are not showing us in all these other episodes, because most of the scenes in this particular episode were not really adding up. They were not really making sense that much. But Comfort had a lot to say about the whole, you know, Samantha business. Now, between Comfort and Samantha, Comfort had said that, okay, Samantha actually fell because she was probably tipsy. Now, Samantha was in denial. She kept on denying and saying it wasn't me. By the way, Comfort's confessional was freaking hilarious at that point in time. Oh my God, guys. It was just effortlessly, yes, I'm not going to chop my tongue at this point, but it was just effortlessly hilarious, yeah? So, Samantha kept on denying that it wasn't her. But then, Comfort let us know during her confessional that there are so many things that Samantha had actually spilled to her about that night outing with Tutupie. So, she had to spill some of them, and that shut Samantha up. And then during her confessionals again, she had said, good thing that Samantha shut up, because there was a part 2 to that juicy detail. That, Tutupie was upset, and then she came out of the car, and then she was crossing the express road. Guys, the detail was crazy, but it was very, very fuzzy. It was not clear. Hence the reason I said, I'm just going to try to be patient and wait it out to see if production will give us all the tea, because at this point, them say is flying up and down. We don't have the full scoop of the whole story yet. But anyways, after all the drama, it became all fun and games and vibes, you know, with the ladies. Our Comfort had games planned already for them. Princess was not in attendance. Remember, she was uninvited. Samantha had gone ahead to ask, and Comfort had given the reason for that. But in the midst of all the games and everything, Tutupie was seriously bashing Comfort in her confessionals, which caused a lot of confusion for me. Tutupie was already dragging the game, calling it old school, treasure hunt kind of game, that kind of thing. Guys, it was just a lot. And I didn't just understand why. Oh, then Comfort now announced that she was launching a perfume line, that the ladies should feel free, go ahead, perceive the perfume. Even when they were spraying it around, Tutupie was perceiving hers, and then she was giving descriptions of the kind of scent that she was perceiving. All through, she seemed okay with the whole thing. But during her confessionals, she had a lot to say. Still calling the perfumes hospital smells, hospital scents, blah, blah, blah. She was just giving off all shades of negative vibe. And guys, I'm going to be frank with you. At this point, I don't really have anything to say about Tutupie's attitude towards Comfort. And I'll still maintain that I'm going to try to wait it out till the end of this season, or whichever episode they're going to reveal everything to us. Because all of Tutupie's negative energy during her confessionals about Comfort, it was not really adding up to me. And it did not make sense. So I'm going to have to wait it out for it to make sense. For now, it does not make sense at all. Still on the perfume scenting, Arafa pulled Tutupie aside and was asking her what exactly she had said about her. And Tutupie had said outrightly that, yes, I said that you are the one that's an alcoholic, and me, I've never drank in public, only that first time I went out with Samantha. And Arafa was very, very disappointed. And then she had spilled that, oh, she and Tutupie, they've known each other the longest in Abuja amongst the ladies, so she was expecting that if Tutupie had any issues with her whatsoever, she should have approached her for clarification, other than saying all manner of things. Anyways, Tutupie had apologized, and they had made jokes, they had kissed and made up, like they had settled their differences. And yeah, Tutupie was still complaining in her confessionals that Comfort's perfumes were giving her a headache. That was when she was still calling the perfumes hospital scents. It turns out that whilst Arafa and Tutupie were having their conversation, Comfort had actually cited them. And so she had waited for them to finish talking. Then she had called on Tutupie. They had sat on the swing, and then she was commending Tutupie, on being very, very graceful and classy with the way she had handled the whole situation at the event. She was applauding her for maintaining her her calm and not allowing anybody to trigger her, and
encouragement. So honestly, that was all I called you for, to say, thank you. I like the way you handled it.
Guys, frankly speaking, it all came off genuine. It all came off from a good place. Remember, both of them, they have this agreement for Comfort to be her mentor, to mentor her on social relationships and romantic relationships, and Tutupie had agreed. But then, during Tutupie's confessionals, she had a lot to say. She was even going on and on about, oh, is it her that Comfort wants to mentor? That she should be the one mentoring Comfort so that Comfort will live a good life, blah, 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 hey. And then the one that really shocked me, it felt like someone actually poured ice cold water on my head, was when she said, as a matter of fact, that she finds Comfort to be a very hypocritical, a very bitter, hypocritical bitch.
I absolutely find Comfort to be a very bitter, hypocritical bitch.
And I'm like, whoa, that was heavy. That was deep. And guys, once again, I was confused that where is this hate? Where is this anger? Where is this beef coming from? It does not make sense. But I'm going to try to keep my cool and wait to see if production is going to finally reveal everything. Because at this point, when I was watching that particular scene, I was lost. I was confused. So the next scene was all about OJ treating the ladies to some spa staycation. That's what she called it. Although I did not see any staycation happening, but it was a spa session. And they had met up, yes, at the spa. And Princess had arrived, had said a very, very warm greeting to Comfort. And I'm going to be frank with you all, that kind of warmed my heart. all over again towards Princess. I told you all before that, okay, that it might seem as though Princess is my fave in this whole show because she gives me that energy, that drama, that entertainment, you know. But then the whole altercation that happened in episode 5, I did not really get where that was coming from. But then during her confessional, she has said that, well, she does not hold grudges, that I beg, she has forgotten about what had happened. She just wants them to move on. And she really came across as very remorseful for, you know, all that had happened. So she had greeted Comfort warmly. She had hugged Comfort, as a matter of fact. But then Tutupie came and was ready, you know, for a fight. She was spoiling for a fight. She was coming with some bad energy. But what we were seeing on the show was Tutupie, you know, laughing with Princess. You know, they were all on good terms. It did not seem like there was anything shady happening between her and Comfort. But during her confessional, she was saying that she does not care about Comfort. She just said hi bitch from all over where she was, meaning she did not give Comfort a warm greeting. But I was seeing the reverse right there at the spa. And then OJ had come and had insisted that the ladies should get whatever they wanted. She was going to pay for it. But then Tutupie was insisting that she was going to pay her own bill. During her confessionals, she had said that she did not want any of the women to do anything for her for free ever again, because she did not want to be under the mercy of anybody coming to say that, oh, if not for me, if not for me doing this for Tutupie, blah blah blah. And I said, okay, fine, understood. Makes a lot of sense. Valid point. Sometimes people are like that. You don't want anybody to do any favors for you because you don't want them to keep on reminding you of the favors that they had done for you. So it's a situation of once bitten, twice shy. Makes a lot of sense. Anyways, they went ahead, they had their spa session, and Samantha, as usual, came 3 hours later. So she did not receive any treats for that day. But then in that particular scene, the part that really got me cracking up was when Arafa walked in and Princess was trying to get her attention, trying to greet her, but Arafa completely ignored Princess.
Then walks the lady with the golden mop on her head.
Our princess literally said hi and then she just asked for a hug. Decided not to.
And Princess kept on goading her, you know, just being playful, you know, so that they can resolve their issues. But Arafa was not interested. For Arafa, Princess has to apologize to her. And if she wants to apologize, she knows exactly what to do. Anyways, moving on to the next scene. The next episode was all about Princess and her mom going for food tasting at 2 different restaurants, a local and an intercontinental one, yes, for Princess's cultural upcoming event. Now, I had to take a breather for this one. Princess and the mom, I've noticed that from episode 1, they always dress alike, like completely alike. But in this particular episode, they were both dressed alike down to their nails. Makeup, same. Lipstick, same. Outfits, same. Even the way they talk, even their gesticulations, even their favorite words, the same. And I'm wondering, like, okay, this is, guys, I don't know why. And hey, disclaimer, I'm not saying that anything is wrong with it, but I found it weird. I'm not gonna lie. I found it weird because at that moment, there I was thinking about, oh my God, how is it gonna seem like me and my mom wearing the same thing, going places, looking like one, and they look so alike. Guys, I mean, the second restaurant they went to, the moment they walked in through the door, I could see the staff, the way the staff, they just turned and they just looked, they were shocked, like, who are these people? I mean, it's really sweet. It's really adorable when a mother and a daughter that's grown and is also a mother of her own, you know, share that kind of bond. You know, they do things together. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Guys, what do you think? Can you do that with your mother if you're a guy? Can you do that with your dad? I would love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section. I find it really sweet and adorable that Princess is, you know, giving the mom the all-inclusive treatment in her life. You know, they do the same things, but I don't know. For me, I don't know. It's kind of weird for me. But anyways, they looked great, by the way. They looked great. Anyways, next scene, some of the ladies went hiking. Anyways, it was in the next scene when some of the ladies had gone hiking that Comfort had announced to Arafa and Tutupie that Princess had invited her for lunch, so that they can talk things over. And she was really excited about it, that they were going to finally have that conversation and, both of them will find closure. But Tutupie, still during her confessionals, was still going on and on about how she did not really like Comfort anymore. And I was wondering, like, hey God, they're gonna kill us with suspense on this show. Anyways, Comfort showed up at the venue of the so-called lunch, and Princess was over an hour 30 minutes late. And Comfort was not really finding it funny. Yes, she was really upset. But then there was a statement she made, a dog in a cage that wants to come out and blah blah blah. And I really took offense to that. I thought, no, that is completely wrong, completely unacceptable. I understand that Comfort and Arafa are older than Princess and Tutupie, but referring to them as, dogs, giving Princess a derogatory name, that is completely unacceptable. In fact, it was just completely wrong on all levels. And this is the same thing that we're talking about, age shaming. Yes, we know that Princess and Tutupie totally age shamed Arafa and Comfort in the other episode and even the other episodes, but it now turns out that it was actually Comfort and Arafa that were actually doing it in this particular episode, but in a very, very subtle way. And I found it really, really disgusting, completely unacceptable. But anyways, Princess came into the restaurant and she immediately went to hug Comfort and apologized for coming late. Comfort was upset that she did not even call at all, and even during her confessional, Princess expressed remorse for not even calling. But then quickly, Comfort wasted no time in getting into the crux of the matter. Comfort had gone ahead to express her disappointment in the way things had panned out, between herself and Princess. Now, instead of her to stick to why they were there, she had now extended the conversation to what had transpired between Princess and Arafa. And that got me really confused because I felt like, okay, Comfort, I don't understand. Are you there to trash out your issues with Princess, or you are there to advocate for Arafa? Because Arafa is not 100% innocent in that matter. Arafa said a lot of things to Princess as well. So it's a matter of both of them meeting as grown-ass women that are wives and mothers, and trashing out their issues as adults. Why was Comfort, carrying Arafa's matter on her head? I did not understand that, and that kind of rubbed off a wrong way on me because I felt like, no, Comfort, there's a time for you to be an advocate and there's a time for you to own up to your shit and then, settle the matter once and for all. And it was really annoying because even Princess was taken aback. During Princess's confessional, she was like, okay, that she actually came for Comfort, not for Arafa. Because of course, the time will come where she will have to have that conversation with Arafa. But for that time, it was for her and Comfort, not for her, Comfort, and bringing Arafa into the whole equation. But then I was really disappointed because Comfort in that scene completely made the whole conversation about, her advocating for Arafa, saying that, Arafa is not that kind of person. And I love the fact that Princess asked her, so am I the one that's that kind of person? Do you really know me like that? So guys, I don't get, but Comfort just completely rubbed off on the wrong way, or rubbed off a wrong way on me. Yes, I did not just like the whole advocacy thing. I was actually really expecting her to focus on the issue that she had directly with Princess. Arafa is a grown-ass woman. Arafa will have to look for a way to advocate for her own self, And it's not like Comfort and Arafa are actually really friends. From the get-go, we heard from Arafa that Comfort is friends with Arafa's husband. So it is the husband that is actually even engineering the friendship between Arafa and Comfort. So I didn't understand where that whole defense thing was coming from, from Comfort. But anyways, they settled their differences, they apologized, and then Comfort went ahead to do the most. She gifted Princess a book. And guess what? The book is titled, Ego is My Enemy. Ego is your enemy. Hey, God. Ladies and gentlemen, in my frank opinion, that was shady as hell. Nah, there's nothing anybody would tell me. That was shady as hell. That was shady, yes. And even Princess was taken aback, like, okay. And she went ahead to ask Comfort, like, okay, are you saying that I have ego, blah, blah, and Comfort was like, oh, yes, everybody has an ego, but some people's ego is bigger than some. So there's a time where we need to tell those people that have bigger egos, you know, when their ego is going to put them in trouble. And I'm like, nah. In that case, that was Comfort trying to play the role of a mother to Princess. And I found it offensive because I felt like, nah. This does not sit right with me at all, you know. And in a way, it kind of made me see a bit of sense in what these ladies are saying, that Comfort tries to portray herself sometimes to be goody two-shoes. And hey, I do not think that that is how Comfort is. I just feel like Comfort is just too blunt and too, she's just a straight shooter. She does not know when to just hold her tongue and when to release it, right? So I just felt like that was just the wrong time, you know, for her to have presented that book to Princess. I felt like, okay, she should have allowed both of them to make their peace first, and then maybe the next time they meet, she'll just like, oh, I have this gift for you. I don't know if you mind. Just that kind of thing. I just like, nah, that was just shady. And even Princess too was not innocent in being shady, because Princess also had a gift for Comfort. It was a tea mug. Now, on the side of the tea mug, she had inscribed Mommy Gio on it and given it to to Comfort. Now, in Comfort's confessional, when she had said that, okay, imagine trying to drink tea and then you are remembering Princess's voice in your head. Guys, that was really hilarious. That was crazily hilarious. Anyways, they had both apologized to each other. They had settled their differences, and it was such a beautiful moment, you know, seeing two grown women who had actually slighted each other, you know, realizing their mistakes and accepting their wrongs and apologizing for it. That was a very beautiful moment for me. And Comfort had gone ahead to encourage Princess to, you know, meet up with Arafa for them to also make peace. And Princess has said the reason why she had not done that yet, or as at that time, was that she did not want to escalate the whole issue because she was aware that Arafa was still upset with her. But then she had promised that she was going to handle it. Now, to keep to her word, Princess had invited Arafa for kayaking with her cousin. Guess what? Arafa did not show up. Now, Princess had called and Arafa did not pick at all. Then much later, Arafa had gone ahead to send a WhatsApp message to Princess that, oh, sorry, I missed your calls. Comfort said you would reach out to me. Now, according to Princess during her confessional, Arafa in the next 2 seconds had dropped the same message on their general WhatsApp group, and that was really annoying for her. Like, what was Arafa trying to prove? It's like she was trying to prove to the rest of the women that, oh, Princess is the one chasing after me, blah, blah, blah. That was the way Princess read it. So Princess was not happy about it. She was really upset. Arafa just did what she did like that for no reason. So she had gone ahead to invite all the ladies for dinner, and Arafa had showed up, and she had, of course, confronted Arafa about it. Like, Arafa, at least you should have apologized for standing me up, for not showing up, you know, for the event I invited you for, and then at least also apologized, you know, for not picking my calls or even returning the calls at least. And Arafa, as usual, was dragging Princess during her confessionals. Ladies and gentlemen, it just gives me every reason to believe that the next episode is going to be crazier. Yes, because there's a lot of unresolved issues, and from the snippets of the next episode that we saw, it seems as though Tutu had finally drawn the battle line between herself and Comfort. Me, I'm still here wondering what this particular beef that is undone between these two people is. I want to know what it is, and I am hoping that they will finally reveal it all in episode 7, because I am tired of the suspense. I'm tired of waiting. Yes, but in the meantime, please go ahead and let me know your thoughts about this particular episode, and of course share with me your highlights in the comment section. And I'll see you guys on another episode of The Real Housewives of Abuja and another episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Have an amazing day. Bye.